Hey guys, welcome to Superlative Radio. Dylan Stone here with you. Hope you enjoy the following vlog. I want to talk a little bit about religion. It was prompted because I was watching a TV show, and one of the commercials that came up was from, I forget his first name, but Billy Graham's son has taken over Billy Graham's, whatever it is, I guess. I don't know what the word is. His church or his congregation, whatever. Taken over his whole thing. And his son is doing commercials about, the stuff and doing whatever. There's not as many TV preachers. At least I don't see them as much as you used to. I mean, at one time, there was Billy Graham and there was Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, and, you had, they were just everywhere. Oral Roberts, all these people. I mean, being a preacher and having the first name of Oral always made me wonder anyway, but that's a whole other issue. It's just there were so many of them at one point. I think there's one out now, what is it, the 77 Club or the 700 Club or whatever it is. I don't know. There's a thing there, and I mean, there's a few of them still around, but they're not as, I find they're not as prevalent as they used to be. But I think it was Oral Roberts at the time who, was telling his followers or whatever at the time that if he didn't end up with, what was it, $2 or $3 million, God was going to take him home or some stupid thing or whatever at the time. There was a whole big to-do with that. And then there was another one of these TV preachers who was caught with a hooker. Everything kind of went haywire about it all. And he went up in front of everybody and he was crying and explaining that, he was only trying to bring her to God, and he was trying to, and then eventually he came to the truth, yes, I sinned, and the whole, whatever. And it boggles my mind. Honestly, it does. I've never been a fan of religion. I've talked about it before. I've never been one who has enjoyed the religious aspect. I was raised, my mother is very Catholic, God love her, and it just didn't work for me. I'm very much the type of person who doesn't like to be controlled. I've always been like that. And religion is very controlling. Not only do they tell you what to do, they tell you what not to do. It's mind-boggling for me. I never understood it. I know there's people in this world that are sheep, and they need people to tell them what to do, when to do it, how to. There are people like that, and I understand the need for that, because there's a lot of people who can't think for themselves. They're just too stupid. God love you. You just can't put it together for yourself, and that's fine. Religion works for you people. The majority of people who have the ability to think for themselves, I salute you, because there should be more people like you. Because religion, unfortunately, will try and sell you a bill of goods that you shouldn't be buying into. I've said it 100 times. They always talk about helping the poor and helping those less fortunate and doing, but yet I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I mean, just go to the Vatican. If they sold off half of the stuff that they had, they could cure world hunger like that. But do they do it? No. Why? Because they're a business. Because they're greedy like everybody else. They'll tell you what to do, but they don't do it themselves. Like your parents, don't smoke. I'm sorry. And why do priests give you advice on sex? This from somebody who doesn't even have a zipper on his pants. I'm sorry, Padre, I need proof of purchase. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work. It's not, I'm sorry. This is the world we're living in, folks. Someone who doesn't even have sex, or apparently doesn't have sex, not counting little boys and little girls, okay? But I mean, just somebody who doesn't have sex wants to give you advice on sex. No, sorry. Can't do it. I just don't understand the concept, you know? Look, on the other side, there are priests out there who are really, really decent people who are try to make the difference, okay? They try to give you good advice and they try to support people. There's good ones out. I've met them. In my growing up, I've met priests who are really, really awesome people. I sat down and had a beer with a priest. I was, 18, 19. And this priest was a great guy. He really was. And he had a great sense of humor and he was smart and I said to him, I said, why are you a priest? You should be out doing something else. Why are you, and I unfortunately, my words were, why are you wasting your time with religion? And that was the wrong thing for me to say. You know, he didn't take it the way that but it was the wrong thing for me to say. And I felt bad for it. About a week later, I thought about it and I was like, that wasn't very cool. Because I was pissing on his way of life. And that was wrong of me. And I phrased it wrong. And I went back to him and I apologized. And he said, no, I knew it. And he said, I knew what you were saying. I understood it from your perspective. I said, I'm glad you did, but that was a lack of class on my part. And I apologize for my phrasing of what I was trying to say. And he was a really good guy. He was there. And I would imagine that if more priests were like that, I might have a bigger tolerance for religion. But there aren't. When I was younger, priests were very, in their ways, I remember that whole thing, and I've heard my mother talking about when she grew up and how they were so, think about something. More people have died in the name of religion than all the wars put together. That's got to tell you something. 2 and 2 equals 4, folks. I can't change that. If more people have died in the name of religion than all the wars put together, something's wrong. Because that's not what religion is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about, they don't believe in our God, kill them. That's not what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about love and patience and understanding. And again, folks, wake up. Wake up. Stop being so involved in your little microcosms of what's going on around you. Look, I get there myself, but get out of your microcosm. Look at the bigger picture. Realize what's going on around you. And try to help stop it. I'm here to tell you, this is not a way to live. We need to do it together as a one whole community. Helping each other, supporting each other, loving each other. I don't mean loving each other. I just mean loving each other. You gotta help each other. Otherwise, it doesn't mean diddly squat. Lighten up, help each other. That will be the answer. Break the chain, as my friend Stefan used to say. Stefan Charbonneau, wherever you are, my friend, you got it. Break the chain. Break the chain. We'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching Superlative Radio. Come back anytime. And when you do, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. We really want to know what you think. We'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, because that's the way it's supposed to be.